Maggie, get back. Hey friends, I thought I'd bring you along for a short little video here. So that's the first hand line I made. I turned that one on the lathe. I like it, works good. So here's one I just started. I guess I made this one yesterday. Piece of hickory, all hand carved. I'm gonna try to go fish with that later today. I'm working on another one. I'm gonna send this one to someone, let them try it out, see what they think. That's what I'm doing. It's morning, about 8 o'clock. Just finishing my first cup of coffee. Sun's coming up, birds are singing. Maggie's out here with me. She's on her bed eating her she's had a bone. Now she's chewing on her chew toy. So I was sitting here doing this and I thought, well, hey, why don't I just get the camera? I don't know. Somebody might be interested. This is more, oh, I don't even know. Let's see here. This is a 122. It's got a thick back spine so you can use your thumb. It's a good little carver. You could use anything, whatever feels good in your hand. I got a little apron because this is my wood carving apron when I'm working on wood spirits and stuff in the house, most of the time in the winter time. But while I'm carving these, I'm going to save all these chips, and then we'll make some fire muffins for the which are I got a video back a ways. It's what I use to start the wood stove in the winter. Put some all my wood shavings and stuff off the planer or carving. I got some old muffin tins, so I put them in that, and then I melt down some paraffin wax. Whenever the wife has a candle that she's done burning, I usually cut that wax out and save it to do this. So anybody can do it. Go out in your wood lot there somewhere and cut you down a little sapling. Doesn't have to be hickory. It can be, there's a lot of hickory here, so I'm just, top part is probably the hardest, just to not get cut. So I'll get that worked around and get it down, and then I'll do some more shaping. And then I think I put this one I put 8-pound trilene on. I've got some 4-pound in there I'll probably put on this. Now, once I get this together, I'll probably run over to the boat ramp, just because I'm guessing it's because they launch the boats there constantly, that there's not as much duckweed usually over there as there is in my channel. And there's always a bunch of bluegills over there, so that's what I'm doing. So this worked out. I'm gonna probably take a couple pictures and put it on Instagram and see if anybody's interested in them. I like sitting out here in the morning, like I said, listening to the birds. I like making them, but you know, a fellow only needs so many. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm working on right now. I'm gonna work on this, and then I'll go in here and make me another cup of coffee, and then I think I'll walk up front to the mailbox. Got a letter to put in the mail. If you never fish with a hand line, it's pretty satisfying. Especially, I got bait casters and spinning reels and fly rods and yeah, all kinds of that stuff, all kinds of tackle. But there's something kind of cool about taking some fishing line tied on a stick here. Now to do it, I'll show more when I go do the video. So I use a little casting bubble, a little Arden hook. And like I said, I'll show you how I do that, how to cast it when I go over there. There's a lot of other videos out there, the guys that are fishing with it. Kind of always been that way, I don't know. Kind of like making my own equipment. More satisfying, I guess. And you don't even have to have a stick. That's from a squirt bottle. So that's just a pop bottle with some fishing line on it. Works the same way. There's a fly in there, and there's a little spoon inside there too. So that works. You can. I'm gonna mess out here. There's another one. Same thing. I'll probably show this one when I go over to the boat ramp too. That's just a piece of pallet wood. Cut it out, wrap some thread on it, cut out whatever design you want, just as long as the line will spool off of it when you cast it. I'm going to try to make up a few more of these to have one or two to take down to the meetup with me in October. Once I get this down where I want it, I'm going to taper the top. I don't want a solid line around there. I need it flared. That way I can cast it. I got a couple hickory ferro rod handles. that I carved up. I'll have those in my solar kiln. It's my old pickup truck. I just put them on the dash. It's parked at the side of the house. I just put them on the dash and shut the door. It gets pretty hot in there. Get that wood dried out. You get those together. That's kind of what I'm piddling with right now. Maggie likes to come out here in the mornings. She'll come out here and eat her bone, and she barked at the cat. I got a mama cat. She's got I think she's got 4 kittens, but they're all wild. They won't come anywhere. Mom will come up here and eat. I put food out for her. And she'll come up and tease Maggie a little bit. I don't think Maggie would hurt her, but she doesn't know that, so. I know when I take Maggie to the groomer, there's cats walking around there and it doesn't faze her a bit. I got got 2 or 3 rabbits that hang out here in the yard, pretty regular. Oh, I know what I got. So I'm gonna try this. I've got some Hawaiian rolls left over in there that I need to get rid of. They're older. So I'm gonna probably do that this evening. I'm gonna set the trail camera up on a tripod out here in the yard, and I'm gonna throw those out because I've been noticing I've had some coons in the yard down here. My wife is pretty good at, if there's a bread or tortilla that's not any good, she'll throw them out in the yard, and they're gone in the morning. So she's feeding the coons, I'm pretty sure. So I thought, well, I'll set my trail camera up and see if I can get a video of them coons coming up and eating some. Hey, get back over here, Maggie. Yeah, see if I can get some video of this coons or rabbits or cats or whatever's coming up and eating her. I meant to do that last night and I forgot about it. She threw 3 or 4 corn tortillas that were stale out there, and they're gone this morning, so. So I'm not going into business making these things, but for as long as I'm having fun doing them, I'm going to keep making them. And like I said, if anybody's interested in one, give me a holler. I have no idea what it costs to ship them. Or like I said, get you a pocket knife or a knife and sit down and make yourself one. You don't go buy expensive fishing line. You go to the Walmart and you can get some 4-6 pound. Get a whole spool of that. $2 or $3. Little package of Arden hooks, and then you can go buy you some bait, or you can go dig you up some bait. Well, I'm gonna try down here in the garden. I'm gonna put a bin together so I can Put leaves and stuff in it, see if I can collect some worms down there. I did that. I built that worm bed thing, but I don't have anywhere to keep it cool enough, so I think if I just do it outside. That way I can have some worms handy. We get a digging stick and go down here, and down by my fire pit there's some leaves off to the side. I'm sure if I went down there right now and dug around I could find me enough worms to go fishing. But yeah, like I said, I'm not going into business. I'm just having a good time sitting out here doing this. It's pretty relaxing. You can hear all the birds in the background. Just do whatever. Okay, I'm back. Card was full. Okay, what was I saying? Okay, I was saying, yeah, thinking about going to town one day. So there's a little laundromat, and growing up, Mom would go there on Saturdays to do our laundry. We didn't have washer and dryer at home. So I was always pretty happy to go with her, because right beside this little laundromat was a little creek. So I had they used to sell these little, I think it was a 3-piece cane pole you get at the dime store. So I had one of those. And I would always make sure I collected worms before we went. We'd get there, I'd carry all the laundry in for Mom. And then while she was in there doing our laundry, I would go out there and fish in that little creek. Yeah. Bluegills, lots of bluegills. So I caught them on worms for a while, and right across the street was a little sporting goods store. I don't remember the name of it. It wasn't a very big place. So I'd walk over there and look around, you know, look at all the cool fishing poles. That's where I got my first real fishing pole. Those guys are super nice. I go in and look at that thing. I must have been in there 2 or 3 times looking at it. And I don't know, it was $10 or $12, I think. Which, you know, was a lot of money back in the day. I was little. But eventually, I told the guy, I looked at the one and I said, yeah, I want that. I said, when I get enough money saved up, I'm going to come in and get that. So I go look at it every time. Every Saturday I'd run in there and I look at it. Well, I went in there one Saturday and he said, well, he got it down for me to look at. And he said, well, why don't you take that with you? And when you get your money, you come in and pay me. Okay. So I did. I took the pole, started fishing. I don't know. It was probably a couple Saturdays after that. I finally had enough money. I went in there and I paid him his money. And you know, got older and that sporting goods store went out of business. And then I went through life. And then I got a job at the fire department. several years later. And we got to talking. The old guy in there, Lee, I got telling that story one night. You know, we fire station sit around the kitchen table, drink coffee, and tell stories. So I got telling that story, and he started laughing. And he ended up being the guy that owned that sporting goods store. He's the guy that gave me that fishing pole. It's funny how things, you know, turn around. So I worked with him at the fire station, and then I also worked for him on my days off. He was an electrician. I couldn't believe that guy says, "Here, take it and come back and pay me when you won't find too many places that'll do that now." But yeah, I thought it'd be kind of cool to go, and I'm not gonna do any laundry, but I may take one of my hobo reels. I don't have that fishing pole anymore. I don't know whatever happened to it. But I thought I might just go there one day and go down there and sit down next to that creek by the laundromat. See if I can catch me a bluegill. So I used to catch them on worms, and then I caught them on the little teal colored rubber spiders, like a fly floats. They like those too. Okay, I suppose I have probably rattled on long enough. I'm gonna go get me another cup of coffee. There's my hobo reel. This is a small one. I'll probably drill a hole in the end of it here and put a little lanyard. That way you can put it on your wrist. And like I said, we'll go over to the boat ramp and I'll fish. But basically, you spin that beside you, point this where you want it to go, and toss it, and it'll spool right out, and then you can reel it in, set the hook. So, like I said, there's a lot of them on, a lot of guys on YouTube. Probably Hobo Hand Liner. He's on YouTube. He catches a lot of fish. He's catching trout, bass, panfish. I'll show you one of these times here. Well, when I go over to the boat ramp, I'll show you my my little tackle box. Keep all my terminal tackle for this in. And I mean, it's the same tackle box when I go, hey, leave the cat alone. It's the same tackle box I use when I go out on the kayak. The last video I did with the kayak, that's the tackle box I had. It's got all the basics in it. It's got a few extras. Put that together years ago when I was canoeing on the river quite a bit. I'd always take a little spinning rod and take that little tackle box, and it's got a it's got hooks and sinkers. I think there's a couple small bobbers in it, and then there's also some little little crawdads, the small ones. When you're on the river, the smallmouth really like those. So yeah, it didn't take up any room. Fits in your pocket. Don't think you gotta go spend a couple $100 on a rod and reel, and I'm pretty sure you'll be just as satisfied with an old stick that you set and had a cup of coffee and Carve, or a pop bottle. So that's my squirt reel. I'm really hoping this fall when I go down to the Turkey Foot, they get some rain. I'm hoping to catch some trout. I catch some trout on the hand line. One of these I've made, and I want to catch one on my squirt bottle. And I got some other stuff in there I've been playing with. So that's probably enough yakking. Hey, it's funny though, I sat here and started this and then I thought, what am I doing? I do YouTube videos, I probably ought to film this. So like I said, I'm not going into business, but if you see one and you like it, let me know. We'll figure something out. So I never sold it. I've given a couple away. Michael Bruner, you can go check out his channel. I did a video when I turned the other one here on the lathe. And he commented that was pretty cool. He got to try to get a couple of those for him and his wife when they were out on their walks and stuff. And so I just turned a couple of them and sent them to him. And then in return, he, like I said, I didn't ask for anything. I wasn't expecting to get paid anything for it. But in return, he got a hold of Fab Creations, another YouTuber, and he makes some really nice little backpack twig stoves. So, I don't know. A little while later, I got a twig stove from Fab Creations and had a note in it. He said Michael Bruner had contacted him and asked him to send that to me. So there you go. Go make you a hand line. Go out there and try to catch you a fish. You don't have to eat it. Catch it and throw it back. Or catch it and eat it. Whatever sounds good. So I'll stop there, and then maybe we'll pick up here in a little while toward the boat ramp and see if we can catch a fish or two on this one. Alright, we'll be back with you. So I'm at the boat ramp. We're walking down here. We got geese here right now. They're leaving. Only one other truck in the parking lot. So, yeah, not much duckweed here. Didn't mean to run them all off, but hey. Okay, so I got everything I need in my little bag here. I'll show you what I'm using. So, I got my hand line. You just saw me make this on the porch. And like I said, this is I don't know, $3 at Walmart, Zebco. This is 4-pound test, 4, 6, 8, whatever you think you need. That casting bubble, that's what the casting bubble looks like. This is a mini clear. I got a little pair of scissors. I also have my, got them here in my pocket. Got my little forceps and a little pair of nippers. And then for terminal tackle, This is my little Plano terminal tackle box. So it's got sinkers, swivels, hooks, bobber stops, got some flies in there, some jig heads. This side it's got some little Rapella crawdads, a couple rooster tails in there. That's kind of it. Today we're just going to use some red wigglers. So I'll get you turned here a little bit. And we'll see if we can catch fish. And I like to use these little Arden. Step back up here. It's just a small panfish hook Arden. I think it's a size 10. I just got done building this on the porch, and then I drove over here. Get a little line off. Give that thing some hook pins. Point the direction you want it to go. And there it went. I hope you saw that. Maybe a little deep for right here. So adjust that bobber or casting bubble. I'll just loosen it and then twist it a couple times, and that's all there is to it. Like I say, usually the reason I come over here to play with this stuff, it's a little more open, and then there's usually not there's not as much duckweed over here. It's one of those things you gotta play with a little bit to get used to it. Got a little nibble. Okay, so it does work. There you go. Like I said, just a little guy, but hey. We'll try again here, see what we can come up with. Likely another one of the little guys. Okay, fish on. Another little one. Just a little guy. got a little worm left there. That's two. So there you go. Hand line, Hobo hand line works. Let's see if I can catch a little bit bigger one. Okay, so there you go, two fish on the Hobo hand line. I'm going to turn you off. I'm probably going to stand here and fish a little bit longer. If I catch anything big or worthy, I'll turn it back on and show you. Okay, there's the third one, a little bit bigger. And there's number 4. All right, you got it. Another little one. So that's it. Hobo hand line for the win. Now I didn't keep any of those, but I mean, if a feller was hungry, I suppose you could eat them. I usually don't keep them unless it's ice fishing season. But all right, everybody, thanks for watching. We went from the porch to the lake, and it works. Very little money. I don't even know how much these little bobbers are. Now you can pop that out and add a little water to it. Give it a little more weight so you can cast a little farther. Okay, everybody have a great week. Make sure you click that like button, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, that'll help me out, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody.